YouTube. I just finished up filming a couple of demos, and I thought I wanted to do this small vlog episode where I address a question that I get asked quite often, and that is, what is that thing on top of your amp? That's a Two Notes Torpedo Live, and I'm not sure if I can explain everything that's happening in this box, but I think I can explain the most important stuff to you. This is a box that is a load box, and it simulates a speaker and a microphone, and that means that I can record directly into my interface without using a microphone, and I can do it completely silent if I want to. It's plugged from the amp directly into this box. The speaker on my amp is not plugged into the amp at all. It's going directly into this box, which takes down the load, I guess. I'm not sure what's happening right there, but something is. And I can choose whatever cabinet and speaker, and I can choose the microphone that I want to use, and I can get very good guitar sounds. You can see here this cable goes all the way into my interface, and then it goes directly into Logic. And this window here is the Torpedo Remote, where I can control the Torpedo Live. You can also do that on the Torpedo Live, by the way, but I find it a bit easier to do inside of this program here. You can see, you can choose between two different viewing modes. I prefer this one, and you can see here that I'm using a cab called the Monarch, which is based off a Tonking cab, and it's sounding very similar to this actual cabinet. You can see that I'm using a Dynamic 57, which simulates SM57, also very close to what I would use if I didn't use the Torpedo Live. And you have some settings here. If you go to this viewing mode, you can do some more tweaking, some EQing if you want to. You can see here that you can choose between different microphones. You also have a power amp if you need that. When I'm using my Two Notes Clean preamp, I use the power amp, and I don't need that when I'm using the amp. You can move the microphone where you want it to be, and you can also move it back if you want to. I prefer to have it pretty close and close to the center. To me, this is probably the most important tool that I have, except my guitars and the amp itself, because when you live in a flat, you are really not able to play that loud, and it's just awesome to have the opportunity to record and play guitar without disturbing the whole neighborhood, and it still sounds like your amp. And that's what I like about this thing, because there's some really good software where you can play guitar straight into the interface, but I just really love my amp and the sound of my amp, and the Torpedo lets me play the amp and get the sounds that I want to straight into Logic. Usually when I record, I prefer to have headphones on, because that's how I prefer to record guitar, and when I mix I prefer to use the monitors, but when I play I'm just using my headphones, and it's dead quiet except for the noises my guitar make. And if you want to, you can also play from, you can like push the amp, and you can use the monitors and get a really good guitar sound at bedroom levels. And that is basically what you can do with the Torpedo Live. You can also get the Torpedo Studio, where you can have different I think you can have 2 or more cabinets running at the same time with different mics. But for me, I just need the one cabinet running and one mic, and it's perfect. So if you like to play the guitar at home quietly, maybe just with headphones, and you don't want to use software, I really recommend this piece of gear. See you.